Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book. I am your host, BigAL Bettor, joined as always by my co-host, MattyBets. Matt, how we doing?
Hey, we're doing good today. We get to talk about the AFC South. It's a very fun
One of the best
division.
divisions.
One of the
One of
best
the best
divisions,
divisions,
one might
arguably.
say.
Arguably.
Arguably.
This year?
One of the best
Could be.
divisions to be in because the competition isn't very stiff, in my opinion.
You
But I
got,
am a Colts fan, so
you got potentially 3 playoff teams in that division.
no, we have 2,
Yeah,
but that's okay. No,
potentially 3.
most people looking on the outside, they say 3, maybe even 4, but it's realistically just 2. But
Right, the Texans and the Jaguars.
yeah, definitely. We'll talk about that more
Anyway,
as we get through it. But yeah, today we're going through the Titans. I'm gonna get through the Titans schedule, and we'll see how the Titans do this year. Titans are
break it down.
Titans are a decent team this year. They had a lot of acquisitions in the offseason. They got DeAndre Hopkins, he's still there. They got Calvin Ridley in the offseason. They added Tony Pollard. They got Will Levis, however you want to say it. He's the quarterback now. They decided to cut ties with Tannehill. I want to say he's still on the team. Is he the backup now, or is he not? He's cut him?
He's a backup somewhere. Yeah, he's a free agent.
Okay, cool. They cut him. Cool. I like that. I like when teams finally move on from their quarterback and don't just keep him on the roster as a backup.
Sure. Sure. Also, Tyler Boyd and brand new coach. OC of the Bengals.
And they added Tyler Boyd, so that could be, a little dangerous weapon that they got going there this year.
Tyler Boyd might be a sleeper this year. Who can say?
You never know.
Who can say? All right, you ready to hop in this?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
All right, let's do it. Week 1 at Chicago.
Week 1 at Chicago. I think Tennessee's going to kind of come off to a slow start with Levis. We saw him last year, and he wasn't very great. He wasn't very accurate. So that's the issue. He likes to throw the ball deep.
Yes.
But I'm giving him a loss here. I don't think it's all going to come together like a fairy tale story week 1. So I'm going to give him a loss here against the Bears, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, Levis will finally be the starter's first year. It'll be his first year starting. So it'll be him against their rookie, Caleb Williams. I like the talent on the Bears a little bit more than I do on the Titans. So.
Okay. I do. If you guys know, if you've been watching the videos, I don't like the Bears this year. I think they're super overhyped, but I am taking them to beat the Titans week 1.
Okay, so you also have a loss there.
A loss for the Titans, correct. Week 2, the Jets come to town. Home opener for Tennessee, but it's the New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers and that defense. How do we see that one?
It's a tough start to the schedule for the Titans. It's going to be tough.
A tough start.
So we'll see.
It's not easy.
We'll see. I'm giving them a loss here, though, too. We are both really high on the Jets this year. Not just because Rodgers is coming back, not just because the defense is stacked, not just because the offense should be a lot higher flying than it has been in the past, but also just their schedule is very easy. And we could easily see them being the number 1 seed in the AFC, which is crazy because last year they weren't even close because Rodgers got hurt. So if Rodgers is healthy, yeah, but they weren't even ever in contention for the playoffs. Like, it was never a reality. So
not a real.
It was a pipe dream for sure.
It was a pipe dream, correct. So, and guys, if you guys didn't see that, you should go check the breakdown of the Jets. They have an actually ridiculously easy schedule, and Matt was even blown away because he wasn't trying to give the Jets a lot of wins, but after we've gone through the schedule, it was like, how do you not give them a bunch of wins because the schedule's just so easy. Anyway, moving on. Week 3, I agree with you. I think the Jets. So we're both in lockstep there. Week 3, Green Bay comes to town.
See, and that's not really even a tough one either. It's kind of like with the Jets. Like, obviously, Rodgers has ties to both teams, but the Packers were really good at the end of last year, and I think they're going to pick up right where they left off last year. They almost made it to the champs game. It was a really close game to San Fran. I'm going to give the Titans another loss here. Green Bay comes to town and gets the job done. I have to do
the same thing. Go, Pack, go. And, that's 3 straight losses. Unfortunate start to this new era under this new coach. Week 4, they head to Miami.
Doesn't get easier. Many teams, you have to be a really good team for me to be able to give you a win in Miami. And the Titans, I just don't see them being there, and I'm going to give them a loss here, too, on the road.
I am with you. That is 4 straight losses, which we're not trying to be intentionally savage to the Titans. We're just, the schedule is the schedule. We're going through it.
And that's 3 tough games. You got to play against the Jets, the Packers, and the Dolphins. Like, those are 3 really good teams that are all probably going to be playoff teams this year.
Back to back to back, too.
Yeah. And 2 of them are at home, which sucks, too, that you have to play against the Jets and the Packers at home. Like, those are 2 home games. Normally, you want a little easier of opponents at home just to make sure that you can, secure the win. And that's tough. So.
Right. Moving on to week 5, we got a bye week, which is probably necessary with how this stretch has started for
If they
them.
are
Then week
0-4,
6,
yeah.
yeah, 0-4. You probably want to buy to kind of reassess. Week 6, they head. Indianapolis comes to town.
Yeah, and I'm going to give the Colts a win here. I'm going to give the Tennessee another loss. This one I could see going either way. But if the Colts are who we think that they're going to be this year, I mean, we're both pretty high on the Colts this year with Anthony Richardson, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman. Defense, there's still question marks on like their deep coverage, like the safeties and the corners, but their front line got a lot better. Their D line got a lot better. They got a little bit more talent to it, and they still got Buckner there. Like they're going to be a really good unit. It's just going to be the secondary might be something to really worry about. But I'm going to give them a win here. Go to Tennessee and take care of business.
I am with you. Also, we don't know what Anthony Richardson's going to look like for a whole season, but we're expecting it to be pretty good. So I'm with you. I think Indy takes care of business. Week 7 at Buffalo.
Week 7 at Buffalo. See, this is tough. Like, this is actually a really insanely tough schedule. I thought that I had the Patriots really low, but I have the Patriots really low because they're a bad team. Not because their schedule was super hard. This is a hard schedule. You have week 7 you have to go against the Bills at Buffalo. I'm giving them a loss here. October 20th, it won't be super cold yet, but it's still going to be pretty cold. And I'm going to give them a loss here. I think the Bills, like, they lost talent and stuff like that, but, I mean, it's still Josh Allen.
Even if it was 80 degrees out, 75, 65, and sunny, you're not taking the Titans over Buffalo.
No, and I don't think many people are.
So I'm with you, lockstep. Buffalo's winning that game.
Yeah.
Week 8 at Detroit.
Still doesn't get easier. Like it's insane
like
how it's getting harder.
This schedule's actually kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And we haven't given them a win yet, and they might have one win here, maybe 2, if they do beat the Bears week 1. But
playoff team.
Yep, exactly. We're gonna go week 8.
Potential playoff team.
You're going to Detroit. I'm not taking the chance here. I'm taking Jared Goff to beat you guys. So the talent on their team is a little bit better than Tennessee, and you have to go on the road. I'm giving them a loss.
I am with you. I'm also giving them a loss. We move on to week 9 versus New England.
Okay, let's get back on track. Let's get back on track. Yeah, let's get a win. Let's get a great win. It's going to be Levis. He's going to throw for 4 touchdowns this game. Tony Pollard probably rushes for 1. The team's probably going to score like 37, 38 points, maybe even a little bit more than that. It's going to be a brutal game. It's going to be their first home game against a bad opponent. They have to do good that game. They have to. They're going to come out and it's going to be the hope for the team for next year. At this point in the season, they're going to be down, so they're going to be like, okay, we're not playing against a juggernaut anymore. We're actually playing against a pretty subpar team, one of the lower teams in the league. Let's beat them up and show our fans, hey, there's hope and there's promise for next year. This will be like the turning point for the season.
There's hope when we're not playing the best teams.
Exactly. We're not playing playoff teams from last year and that have only gotten better. Yeah, exactly. So I'll give them a win here, a good win, much needed, and a statement win for them to let their fans know, hey, we're still alive, even though.
So you're going to take another -14 on this game when it comes around. -14.
I mean,
potentially.
If the book will let me go higher, I might.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I think they win. I think they win there as well.
Yeah.
Week 10, they head to the Chargers.
On the road, LA. This one's tough. It kind of depends on how that game goes against New England. So if New England, if they smoke New England, I could see them going and getting a win. But right now, fully healthy on both sides. Give me Harbaugh. Give me the Chargers to win this game at home.
Okay, I am in lockstep with you there. I don't even care if they beat New England by a ton of points. I just think there's levels to this game, and the Chargers are going to be pretty good. And I just don't see them going on the road and taking the show on the road and beating LA and LA.
Okay.
So, week 11, Minnesota comes to town.
This is going to be a close game. I have both these teams kind of ranked similar. I like the Vikings a lot with Jefferson, but, I mean, I feel like their defense isn't great, and same with Tennessee. So I think this will be kind of like a shootout.
Okay.
And I think I'll give them the win here. I'll give them a win here for Tennessee.
I actually also give them a win here against Minnesota.
Nice. It's like what I've been saying.
A good spot. It feels like a good spot.
It's like what I'm saying. Like, you have two pretty similar teams where I have them ranked. They're pretty similar, and I'm going to take the home field.
And this is one of those situations where I actually agree these teams are similar, whereas you're taking, like, the Browns to be similar to, like, a team like...
It doesn't matter. We're not talking about the Browns.
I don't see that
We're not talking
at
about the Browns.
all.
Titans don't have to play the Browns.
Moving on. Week 12 at Houston.
Week 12 at Houston, there's a loss. You're not going into Houston and winning. Like, you guys are a decent team, but you're not going to be great. So,
It is a divisional game. Divisional games can be
give
close.
me CJ Stroud at home.
I am also taking CJ Stroud at home. So we are in lockstep again. Week 13 at Washington.
You guys already know how I feel about Jaden Daniels. If you don't, go back, watch the Washington video that we had. We're taking Jaden Daniels here at home, for sure. He's going to run.
We as in Matt.
Yeah,
I'm not,
as in me, we're taking
is.
Jaden Daniels in this game over 100 rushing yards. Just letting you guys know.
That's dumb. To call that this early when you don't even know what Jaden
Week 13.
Daniels, he
Week
may
13.
not run it as much as you think.
Oh, he will. Don't you worry about it.
I'm taking the Titans to win the game.
That's dumb pick there, but we'll see.
This is similar to Minnesota to me. Yeah. This is the same thing. A team that's in their level, and I think they're going to beat them. Week 14, Jacksonville comes to town.
I'll give them a win here against Jacksonville at home. I view these teams very similar. I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people have the Jags a lot higher than the Titans. I have them pretty similar in this division, and I'll give them a home win here. Like you said earlier, it's a divisional game, but it's at home. I'll give them the win here. I'll give the Titans the win.
Okay. I am also giving the Titans a win here versus Jacksonville. I think divisional game, it's going to be close, but I like the Titans too. I think they're going to figure it out as the season gets deeper in. It's just that schedule early is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Week 14, we just did that. Week 15 versus Cincy. Cincy comes to town.
Home at Cincy. This one's tough. See, I want to give the Titans a win here. I do, because I'm like, hey, it's near the end of the season. They should be clicking. But the Bengals are going to be fighting for a playoff spot. So, and maybe playoff positioning too, which is important, week 15, 16. So I'm going to take the Bengals here to get a win. It's going to mean more to the Bengals than it will to the Tennessee.
So another L for the Titans.
Yeah, another L there at home.
I'm in lockstep with you, since as you guys know, we both think they're going to be very good this year, so can't take the Titans over them. Week 16 at Indianapolis.
They're getting swept. They're not going into the Loud House and winning. So I'm got Colts here, another loss to Tennessee.
I have to agree with you, another loss. Week 17, they head to Duval to play Jacksonville again.
Yeah, see, in this one, I gave them the win at home. I'm going to give them a loss here on the road. So I got Tennessee losing this game. I think they'll split with Tennessee or with Jacksonville.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with you. I think they split with their division rival. Week 18, Houston comes to town to close the season.
We are going to disagree on this one. Really? I got Tennessee winning this game.
Okay, closing the season
with a win.
With a win at home leaves a good taste in your mouth to head into the offseason. A lot of work to do.
What are you picking here?
Not as bad. I took them to lose this to Houston. I think Houston's going to head into the offseason pretty strong. Provided they make the offseason. I think they're going to end the season strong. So,
yeah, I think that the hot take here, and it might be wrong completely. I'm not going to put money on this or anything like that. But this could be the game. Titans don't need it. Texans do to make the playoffs. Texans like doing that. They like upsetting freaking teams in our division for whatever reason. They like ending it with a win, and they like beating up our teams that are about to go into the playoffs in our division. So I think that they actually I think they knocked the Texans out of the playoff contention.
Okay.
That's just a hot take. Like, obviously, a lot of things have to go their way or not their way, but that's how I view it. Mm-hmm.
Sure. Okay. I don't hate that take. You want to know your totals on the wins?
I do, actually. I think I
Okay, what do you think?
Obviously.
Give me a guess.
I'm going to give 3 or 4. I think 4, actually, because I gave them that last one at the end. I'm going to say 4.
Okay, the book has them at 6.5 as their over total wins on the season.
Okay.
You have them going 4-13.
4, yep. Kind of figured. Okay.
I also have them going 4-13.
Hey, I like that. We agree. That's the second one, I think. Out of all of these teams that we've done.
That's a sign of something.
I think that's a sign that either we value a couple of the teams that they play a little too high, and maybe we don't value the Titans enough.
Sure.
Or we're right, and the book's wrong.
Could be. And the thing is, it's going to be interesting. The new OC, that's a wrinkle, and then Will Levis, if he's going to take any jumps. Because if they come out and they're actually points, they may win a lot more games than we think they will. But that early schedule is against teams that are proven, and so that we can't just fade teams that we know are going to be good this year.
Yeah, exactly. Or that we have high hopes that will be good. Because nobody knows. But
nobody does know, but we do know who the good teams are. They play a lot of those really good teams.
Yes, they do.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Tennessee Titans schedule breakdown. Let us know in the comments if you agree, disagree, where we're wrong, where we're right. And we got videos cranking out all season long, so we will catch you guys in the next one.
Thanks again for watching.